What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the Toy Notch / Toy Forge Astrobots Apollo. Yeah, folks, I got it. I got the Apollo. If you didn't see my unboxing, I want to thank again friend of the channel, New Creature Rhythm / New Creature Hobbies on Instagram. Give him a follow there for some cool action figure pics. For picking this up for me at Toy Dojo. Awesome. They got in a small stock for the actual brick and mortar store, and he knew I needed it, and he picked it up for me and sent it over as a contribution to the channel. By the time this video goes up, he should, hopefully, USPS does its job, have a return gift from me, because that is just super cool. Alright guys, let's do this quick, because you know I already gave almost 20 minutes to Argus, so let's do some size comparisons, get them out of the way. Next, so you can see how big we're talking here. Just a bunch of random figures going up here. Some random figures for you, as well as another robot figure here, Mecha Zone Defender. And now let's take a look at Argus with Apollo. Put his arms down, shall we? So that's what these dudes look together. Obviously about the same size, you know. Apollo might be just a little bit taller because the head sculpt can look up higher, but they're basically the same. You know, pretty much the same sculpt here with... Wow. If you guys watched my last review, my toy fell over while reviewing. I don't know if it was in the review, if I cut that scene, but he fell over, and he made that. Sometimes you don't notice things right away. But anywho, so this is, we're going to get like this stuff out of the way first. The differences. Difference is head sculpt, obviously. The chest is different on the sides, on the, you know, the breasts. You know, but the middle is the same. Going down the middle is the same. This part is different than this. These shoulder parts are a bit different on the top and probably not so much on the bottom. That's the same, that's the same, that's all the same except different colors. He does come with these guns. He does not, but obviously there's a little port there and you can put those on him. As far as the legs, these parts are the same-ish. No, they're different. They're actually different. The sides are the same, as you can see there. You know, and most of the legs on the sides are the same, but the fronts are different, and obviously the feet are different. Turning them over to the back. Different here than here. Much different. This has an extra plate on it. These parts are the same. And the rest of the back of the legs are the same. So enough differences, and obviously the colors are much different, to warrant getting both. I wish I would have gotten both from the beginning, but hey, you know, this was cool. I really appreciate it. So there you go. That's the differences here. If you remember, this dude has a light up feature, which you cannot see with my lights on at all. Let's see if you see them a little better. They are lit up there. That's lit up. Now, for this guy, it's the same deal, but I haven't put in the batteries yet. I'll probably do that towards the end of the video. I don't think I have an extra set of batteries, so I might have to get these out to put in here. The interesting thing is here about that is the figure Argus that I got directly from Toy Notch came with batteries. This figure, which was sent to Toy Dojo first, did not come with batteries. And I did see them post up that they were not sending batteries out. because of shipping, I guess, like when you ship out that much. But from their own store, they were able to send out the batteries. So very interesting there. So I will take a look at that in a little bit, you know. We'll see how it lights up. But let's take a look at this guy. And overall, I do really like it. The colors being a little bit like lighter actually work a little bit better for me. Although they still do remind me of Mets and Knicks. I can't help it. I'm a Yankee fan. And a Nets fan. You know, kind of. I'm not even, I don't know. I don't watch that much basketball anymore, but definitely baseball. Ooh, the Mets gave me a cough. The head sculpt, though, is worth the price of admission. I really love this, like, sculptish-looking head. It looks fantastic. It is super cool. Now, I wish you could take the head off and switch it, but because of the electronics, I guess, you cannot. And I didn't even think of that. At least I couldn't do it. It's like there's die cast down there, plastic in the back of the head, but I'm guessing it might not. It might be hollow and the light just shines through. But I tried for a second and then I realized, oh, the electronics, I probably can't do it. So I would love to see this head sculpt on here, you know. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't know. I'm not one of those guys that pulls everything apart. But yeah, this looks very nice overall, design-wise. I even don't mind the feet. This is very like ape-like, more ape-like than Argus. Argus looks more human, or more, yeah, kind of humanish, but you know, he still has giant arms and stuff. This has, you know, the feet like this. It reminds me, this guy reminds me somewhere between like something out of Bionic 6 and, you know, like an Optimus Optimal Optimus, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of look. That's what the feel I get off of this guy. So, yeah. That's just my feel. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. I do have to say that it's kind of gappy. Like the seam lines are kind of gappy, and the orange on his knees and in a bunch of spots could have another coat. So, you know, in a lot of ways, I like the Argus more because the Argus paint was actually really pretty good. I didn't have any of that, and like definitely didn't have like this much of a gap going on here, you know. So, and you see it up here as well. Maybe it just stands out more on the orange. Let's bring in this guy again. But no, these are a little more tighter. They are than Apollo is here. So that's a bit unfortunate. You know, and then the paint does look like it's a bit thin. Could be a little darker. You could definitely see the blue on the here. At least I can. I don't know if you can on the video. But that's a bit unfortunate. This guy has some cool stickers though. Has Astrobots up there. Some caution with some extra words down there. Or can I read that? I caution, keep clear of something. Can't read it. It's got an 8 there. You know, more caution up here. More caution back there. It actually looks like a sticker to me instead of Tampo, but I don't know if it is. I think it's Tampo, but it kind of looks stickerish. You see that? Interesting. But that, you know, that doesn't look bad at all. I kind of like the little, you know, cautions and stuff. This guy doesn't have that. So that's a little bit of an added bonus. I think that's pretty slick. Not so bad. Not so bad. You know, and the feet don't bother me as much on this sculpt. I think it works. You know, I thought it might bother me, but it definitely adds to the more ape-like look, especially, you know, with this type of skull head. That's a big gap in his head too. Wow. So yeah, you know, there's a little bit of gapping there. And I do notice that even though it's not really super loose, this leg could be a little tighter. I noticed that right out of the box. So this guy has some faults, which definitely, you know, makes me feel like, as far as like, you know, the one I spent the money on, is you know, and the one I chose, you know, initially that I like better is definitely still the one that I think will be better overall. But I do really like that head sculpt a lot. Alright, let's do some articulation, which is what these guys really bring to the dance. You saw the head, it was on that ball. Gives you good range of motion, really good range of motion. The neck has a hinge in there, and you can rock it as well, which is cool. Got really great ab joint, really. Well, that's kind of like a chest joint. Then you got another ab joint right there. So super, super articulated there. And the waist. The arms kind of have like this butterfly joint, which is covered up really nicely. Swivel. Hinge in here. Super awesome. Double jointed elbow, which really comes out nice. The other side is in there. So you could do all kinds of interesting things with it. You got a hinge and swivel at the wrist. All the fingers are articulated, and these outer fingers can move outwards as well. Hinges, you know, 3 hinges on each finger, except for the thumb. But really, really nice. Better than Masterpiece Transformers. Seriously. Legs come out on the hinge here. They rotate out, as you saw. Then it swivels up in there. So there's that. You can do a bunch of things. You also can swivel up in here. Double jointed knee. Works very nicely. Then the leg rocks right there. Really nice rocker. Hinges. Look at that. That is tremendous. And then the toe hinges really nicely as well. A lot of toes in there. So no articulation on the individual toes, but a ton of articulation on this guy, a ton. So awesome, awesome, and awesome. These guys are great. This guy has a few little problems compared to Argus, but he's still really awesome. Let's bring in Argus again. I can't get enough of this guy. He's very, very cool. So really nice little set. I think they complement each other pretty well. A little dark, a little light. If you want to see these on him, you could do that as well. It's a little dark for his aesthetic, but it's not so bad. You know, I do appreciate it more on him. Otherwise, again, with the head swap, I think because Argus has like some light gray in here, the head would match up nicely. It's the same color as his mouth, which is the same. This is, you know, this guy is like this guy with like more armor. You know, I don't know what their stories are, but that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, awesome set. Really love these guys a lot. Super, super awesome. Alright, gang. It appears my light doesn't work. But to put it in, you would slip this part out here. This is a lot easier to slip out than the Argus one. Put the batteries in, which I have done. So these aren't even Argus's batteries. I couldn't even get Argus's batteries out. So I did found another one and it did work. But unfortunately, this guy, I'm gonna shut off my lights here just in case it's like super light, but I don't know if it's jammed or if it's broken. Yeah, I don't know if I tried to pull his head off. But definitely not working. And there's no like little button or anything to press. And I did put the batteries in right, so I'm a little disappointed. I know that they don't have any more over there, so is what it is. I mean, the light is so faint that like it really doesn't matter. I mean, it looks better now because my lights are off, but even like in person, it's not like super bright. But yeah, this dude is not going on at all, and that's sad. That's sad. So there you go. There's a light gimmick. That doesn't work for me. What are you gonna do? You know, just the curse of the Mets colors, guys. You know, if I ever get it working, I'll update here or on Facebook or Instagram or something. But definitely points against. You know, definitely my initial thoughts prevail. Of the two, definitely really like Argus a lot more. So, but this guy, I mean, he's really awesome, you know, like for real, like, you know, the overall look isn't bad. I like the little different bits. The head sculpt again is awesome, but he does have his faults. Is what it is. At least my copy, you know. So there you go. That's my review. Take from it what you will. This guy is the harder one to find at this point. Argus is more readily available and better. So I suggest if you want to check these guys out, definitely go with Argus of the two, in my opinion. And you saw why. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, peace out, peeps.